Hello, all my air signs. Welcome to your weekly reading. This, of course, is for all the zodiac element of air signs, which are my Geminis, my Libras, my Aquarians. So welcome. The only thing really coming up this week that I wanted to mention is we have a new moon in Gemini on the 10th. And I did a separate reading for that earlier in the week, but you can check that out in the playlist at the end of this video. There'll be a link to playlist, and this will be for like the moon phase ones. So if you want to check that out, I highly recommend that. And before we jump in, I just always love just to welcome the Creator to be here with us. We know you're always with us, but we're so grateful for your presence and your willingness and desire to be present with us. And we also are so grateful for the unconditional love that you have for each and every single one of us. We also welcome the host of amazing beings of unconditional love and light. We thank you so much for being here with us, and we welcome you. All right, so let's get into, we're going to pull a numerology guidance card here because, you know, us air signs, we love about the mind, and of course numbers are all about the brain, right? We love the connection that we have to all the numbers, all the messages that it has for us. All right, Creator, for air signs for this coming week, what would you like us to know, please? What would you like us to know about this upcoming week, please? Okay, anything else? Okay. So we've got beautiful green healing nature. And I'll read from the book here too. That's 74, which breaks down to an 11, which is awesome. 11 is like a master number, which talks about us overcoming our, not really overcoming, but just mastering our ego. And especially air signs, I know we do so much thinking that, you know, we really look at our fears, and we look at our desires, we look at a lot of things, and we do a lot of accomplishments in that. And I love the nature. We'll talk about external nature in a moment, but what they're also bringing through is like understanding our nature as humans and understanding the difference between our human, physical, ego-based character that we're living and the higher, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love that we are. You know, we're this spirit being having this earthly experience. We're feeling beings having thoughts. And that, especially for air signs, it's such an awareness to know that we're not thinking beings that have feelings. We're feeling beings that have thoughts and thinking. And then, of course, there's a secondary message here, and I'll read from the book here in a sec, about, you know, connecting to Mother Nature. You know, air signs, we get so much caught up in our head, and our mind's always going, but getting out in nature can really help us calm our minds, get out of our heads, and connect to our emotions more deeply. So let's see what else. Open right to it. So this card indicates a need to spend quality time in nature. Nature has the ability to heal and replenish you when you're feeling tired, anxious, or depressed. Even a 10-minute walk outside will help revitalize, balance, and ground you. When you merge your energy with Mother Earth, you enhance your connection to the divine. Perhaps you've been spending too much time inside or around computers and electrical devices. Maybe you're feeling stressed, indecisive, or confused. By drawing this card, you're being encouraged to improve your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being by walking along a beach or in a garden or a park, hiking through the forest, the bush, the mountains, or the desert, swimming in an ocean, a river, a lake, or a stream, taking a trip to the wilderness or countryside, going camping or horseback riding, gardening or having a picnic, lying in the sun, walking in the rain, or playing in the snow, or reading under a tree. When you align yourself with Mother Nature, you align yourself with Source. And this is a very powerful way to raise your vibration. And the affirmation is, I spend time in nature and align myself with the Source. So beautiful. I love that. And then next, we will pull some additional cards here from the Light Series of Tarot, just to get some clarification, validation, or additional information. You know, air signs, we love information. Data. All right, Creator, what else would you like air signs to know about their upcoming week, please? Okay, I feel like that one wants to do it. That one as well. Okay, any others? Okay, feels like something else wants to come out here. They're getting full of energy here. They're all wanting to bust out. Okay. Okay. That is it. So got the Knight of Pentacles. And this is a great card. I mean, there's so many seeds that we plant and so much that we do. And I love, out of the 4 knights in the deck, this is the deck about taking your time, taking one step. And for me, it's like really getting out into nature, take off your shoes, walk in the grass, walk out in nature, get that grounding in there. Because like it mentioned, you know, you're evidently going through a lot mentally. And this is an important step to, you know, just really get grounded. It helps you ground the external stuff that's going on for sure. And then, like it mentioned, connecting with nature, which, you know, again, a lot of green here. It's about connecting to our emotions. There's just this beauty that we find out when we get away from all the stuff around our home, all the supposed to's and shoulds and all those thoughts that are happening, and we get away from it all and we're actually just sitting out in nature or walking in nature. You just start to feel just the beauty and the love that of Mother Nature, right? You get to see the tree that doesn't have feet to walk, and it just embraces its situation. It just grows. It lets the roots grow deeper to get it solid where it doesn't fall over during a storm, but it also grows and reaches to the skies and reaches to the heavens to connect. And it's that balance between, you know, heaven and earth, you know, that brings us that peace and that, you know, serenity. Yep. And then you got the 10 of Pentacles, which this is all about, again, it's usually the legacy card, which means, yes, don't fret about you're always going to have what you need on the outside. And even though there's a lot of supposed to's and shoulds that we're taught, when we really connect to that inner part of our nature and we understand that this journey on this planet isn't the reality. This is the dream. This is the play that we're in. When we pass away, then that's when we return to the higher realms. We look back on all the experiences that we've had throughout our life. We understand everything happened for a reason. We got to experience everything we wanted. And we always, every second, always had everything we needed for that moment, even when it didn't match up to our brain saying, this is where I should be at this point in my life, or this is what I should be doing at this point in my life. You know, this is who I should be with at this point in my life. These are the children I should have at this point in my life. These are the amounts of money and possessions and homes and cars and everything else I'm supposed to have. It really allows us to see that, you know what, I always have enough in this moment for right now. But when I look to the future and think that I have to have everything I need for the future right now, that's when we feel out of sorts. Returning to nature really allows us to see those seasons, allows us to see that, you know, the Creator watches. One of my favorite hymns from back in the day when I attended the Christian church was his eyes on the sparrow, you know, and he takes care of him, so he watches over you. So just knowing that, every hair on our head is counted, that everything always, the Creator is always aware of everything that we truly need for our highest experience here. Yep. And then you got the Page of Pentacles. So a lot of Pentacles, a lot of external stuff. And so I understand why we're being drawn out into nature, is to get away from all this angst, all this pressure that's coming from the outside. This is about, you can see the roots on the bottom of their foot growing in there. So, it's all about getting grounded and then again, out in nature. So, I love this message for you. It's definitely bringing a lot of clarity around separating ourselves from that, all the thoughts, all the mind stuff that's going on out there. And you might have been losing sleep or having trouble sleeping. If you do, one of the things that really helps me, I am an Aquarius sun, so I do have that tendency to think a lot. And whenever I would have trouble sleeping, it's because things were looping around in my brain, and when 10 things are looping around in your brain, it seems like there's 100. But when I would take a piece of paper and just write down all those thoughts that were in my head, my brain knew that it was written down and wouldn't be forgotten, so it didn't need to loop things. So one is it made me realize there's just 10 things, not 100, because it stopped looping. But also it allowed me to rest because my brain knew it's written down and it wouldn't be forgotten. It would be there in the morning when I woke up. So if that happens to be you, you can take that how you will and do it with it what you will. But yeah, I love this for you. So as you're going into this next week, just know that the mother and father of all things, our Creator, loves you unconditionally. Go visit the mother part of Creator out in Mother Nature. Feel the love that's there for you. Feel the peace that's waiting there for you. And just enjoy every moment that you can this coming week. And hey, I love you too. We'll talk to you soon. You take care.